2 of this video. If you have not seen the part 1, head over to my channel and watch the part 1, because there are many great questions and discussions that we had that you don't want to miss. Because the video was so long, we had to do part 1 and part 2. So you want to watch, it doesn't matter in which order you watch them, but just make sure you watch both videos. This is a conversation with my father, who moved back to Liberia about a year ago, and we're talking about his experience in Liberia so far. So stay tuned. When it comes to business-wise or investment, what would you say? You've been there for a year, and you went back pretty much as a grassrooter. You've started from the ground and started building back up. What would you say if someone decided to go back to Liberia right now? What would be the number one thing they need to do to integrate?
My advice to anyone is for you to plan well. You know, I know we all love to go back and be a part of the process, but plan well. Why are you going back? What is in your mind? What do you want to accomplish? You know, so when you get there, you're not distracted. Because Liberian likes social activity. You go, you get caught up in the social life, things change. You know, your little funds that you take home, you end up using it doing different things. You know, find a place of residence. That's the first thing you need to do. You know, if you don't have a home, if you want to build a home, build a home. If you want to rent somewhere decent so you can be there. And then you can decide on what are the business opportunities that are available that you can explore and become, then start off from there. And I will always tell you, start small. You know, you're not the millionaire, so you're not going to open a factory or a large industry. But start small. And then while you're starting small, you can begin to explore other opportunities and see what is possible for you. You know, some of us, we are so sophisticated. When we go with the little education we have or the few dollars we carry, oh man, nobody will match. That's the best thing to do when you're trying to relocate. You have an open mind, be simple in life, and just go and work along with the society.
If you go there and you want to start something quick, what are 2 things you could do? And then 2 long-term.
I know we all don't have the same preference. And if you look at the short-term turnaround business in a quick sense, I tell you, for me, I'm looking into agriculture. You know, agriculture, our country, we are unable to feed ourselves at this point in time. And a lot of people now trying to explore that opportunity because food can never spoil. You know, when you process it the right way and preserve it, you always will have the market for it. You know, it is consumed locally, it is consumed internationally. And so when you go into food production, you have a market. Liberia, we import rice on a large scale. And so if you are growing rice, for example, you will have money coming your way soon. If you're doing other livestock, like chicken, like goat, like cow, you're doing those things, you have money coming. You know, eggs, having eggs production from poultry, you have money coming in. You know, those things give you quick turnaround money. Cassava planting, you know, planting. We don't produce planting on large quantity. We just produce it for consumption. Yeah, so that's what we do. Produce plenty on a large scale, you know, and talk to government and see what help you can get so that you can be able to process it into many other finished products. You know, do that. Banana, all those things, they are quick turnaround crops that give you a lot of money. And that's agriculture, you know. Even if you want to get quick turnaround food, restaurant, open your restaurant. You know,
You're like
money.
balling in our country.
You get quick turnaround money. You know, a lot of people are successful in it. I know a lot of people go into clothing, go into other things. You know, those things are slow because it takes time for people to come and shop for those things. You know, but you make quick turnaround. Even a salon. You know, for the women, every week, you're the women, you know. Every week, you gotta look beautiful. So the salon make a lot of money. You know, just bring it up to standard. Don't do it the same old way. You know,
that's the key.
Today, people all on the sidewalk. You go, people can braid your hair. They can do your manicure, your pedicure. They're doing it on the sidewalk, on the street. You know, you want to come to your house, they will come to your house. But just put some decency into it. You know, set it up. Put one air condition in. Have a television there, so when people come, they spend the money. They have their comfort. You know, you make the money. You know, those things make a lot of money. Yeah. So don't always think big. You need 10,000. You need 20,000. You need 100,000 before you can start. No, you don't need. You need that human relation. And you need just small starting capital. The workforce is always available. People are willing to work with you, but you gotta reach out to them, and you will make it through.
Let's say somebody doesn't want to do business, or they're not business minded, but they want to be able to. They're more academically focused, you know, but they wanna do some things there that will earn them money or get create income for them. What are 2 or 3 things that they could do or get into, or which sectors you think they could easily get a job or like something like that?
I'm telling you, we are not at the point where we have many researchers in our country, and that's why we are slow in our developmental path. Because people are not researching things and writing books or pamphlets, you know, that the policymaker can look at and can drive our system of governance. So we need researchers, you know, that we go into the field and talk to people and see what is happening to our system. And come up with good policy, help the government come up with good policy. We need researchers, we need writers. That's one way. Another way, consultancy is a very big issue now in the country, because we need experts to come and provide guidance, leadership into many areas. So consultancy is one way you can make a lot of money if you just want to be independent and based on your academic standing, you want to contribute to society. So you can come and open a consultancy firm and you make a lot of money. You know, just don't do it the old way. You know.
What is the old way?
The old way, I will open it, they're not registered. You know, and I will just tell my friends, and my friends will come and I'll go and do it. No, that's the old way. Once you are not registered right now, any significant contract that come out, the people ask you for your registration document, you will not meet that criteria. So the first thing you do, go and register your organization, your business with the government. So you pay your taxes. So when there is contract and the bidding process, you're able to go and bid on a contract, and you make a lot of money from those things. So do it from the professional way. The universities, they are all in dire need of professors or instructors. You're able to go and contribute in that area. You know, good universities, even if they are not very good, but if you are good, then you will make it better. So you can do that, you know. And so just prepare yourself, you know, and focus on where your strength lies. You know, you can go and contribute to society. And I tell you, over 10 years, you will not regret. I'll tell you, 1 year that I've been back in Liberia, I have no regret. And if I still give you 5 more years, Oh my God. I will invite you to come and visit with me.
You're joking.
Yes. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling you.
That's great.
Yes, because I'm prepared to put my hands in the dirt.
Yeah. There is something for everyone to do in Liberia.
Oh yes.
The only thing Liberia is waiting for is you to decide and make up your mind that you want to contribute to the society. And yes, you may not get all the fanciness and the sophistication that America or Canada or Europe offer. But you will be having an impact on your country, you know, and you will be able to be proud of where you call home, and your children will be proud of where their parents are from, and want to be able to live or go back there. So to wrap this up, what would you say to people who are undecided? They're thinking about it, they want to move back, but they're undecided. You've given some really good suggestions here and clear our minds, and yeah, but what would you say to those undecided people, especially older people around your age who may still be undecided, you know, they want to go back, they're still undecided. Maybe they don't have a starting point. They don't have a house in Liberia. They don't have good family relations to go back and be able to get that leeway. I know for the younger people, there's so much more they can do there. But for people who are aging and they're just sitting here and not contributing anything much to U.S. society now, what would you say to them in making up their mind to go back?
You know, you live in that country once in your life. You are born and raised there. See your stay in the United States or anywhere in the world as an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And have it in your mind that one day you'll return to Liberia. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you develop that passion for going back to Liberia and loving your country,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you will definitely make the headway. You don't need anything much. You just need to develop that love for your country.
The love, yes.
And then you will decide to go back. That's the first thing. When you do that, you don't need a home to return. It is important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it helps you as a startup. But go and visit. And I think you spoke to that first. Go and make a trip. Spend 1 month. Visit and walk around, drive around, and enjoy the atmosphere, the friendliness of the people, and then begin to ask questions. You know, then you can see where you want to start from. You know, make that visit. If you need to build a one room, build that one room and be there. Or find an apartment that you can rent or lease for a year. Homes in Liberia now, apartments, they are reasonable. You can find decent apartments. They have apartments that are furnished.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to buy a bed.
Mm-hmm.
You move in there with nothing beside your clothes. You know, move in, save us some money and start from there. You know, so Liberia is not a Liberia that you knew decades ago. You know, now you go, you see apartments fenced in, have water, 24-hour electricity, you know, internet service. All those things are available. Once you have the money, you will live that life.
Yes.
You know, the society is stratified. You know, if you can't afford it and you can afford to buy a cup of rice, you know, you can buy the rice and you'll survive.
Mm-hmm.
If you can buy a bag of rice, you buy a bag of rice, you'll survive.
You still survive.
Yeah, you know. So it depends on your level. And that's the same system I see in America.
Yeah.
The Irish Spring soap we buy, the one from St. Club, has a different aroma compared to the one that they sell in the dollar store.
True.
You go there in the dollar store, you can buy dollar lotion. but you buy that same lotion, brand name, in a different place that are better off. You know, so the same thing you find in Liberia. You get cheaper goods, you get more expensive goods. And people go for the either way, you know. And so anything you think you get so comfortable using in the diaspora, you go Liberia, you find it.
Yes.
It's there. Right now I drink the local water. It don't bother my system again. I'm all Liberia now.
You're joking.
Yes. People say, oh, you gotta take the medicine. This thing is happening. The place is dirty. No. Man, all those things are psychological. Can you imagine the day you went to the hospital and you were sick and the doctor would say, you go and drink water, you just need some rest. They will just talk to you and you can't really get well. Yeah, it's psychological. Because when you think about it in a negative way, the high respond to you.
Oh.
Yeah, be positive about life. You know, when you go back and know that nothing that's going to bring you down, you're going to make it and you will succeed. And you will definitely succeed through that.
Okay. One thing I liked about his return, I don't care the odds that were against him going, he was so determined to go. And there was something, I was pretty worried for him. I was so concerned. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're not going with much. How are you gonna make it? What if you don't get a job? All of that. And he said, Liberia is my home. I won't die there. I won't die in my country. I will find food to eat every day. He was there before he was finding food to eat, and he would definitely not die of hunger. So he just knew that somehow he had what it took to make what he wanted. And that's how he went. He just got up and left. And a year later, he's back to visit. So this drive is actually me taking him back to the airport. All his luggages are back there.
Yes, I'm on my way back. I'm on my way
He's
back.
on his way back. And okay, so even though I'm kind of wrapping this up, but how was your 1 month stay in this U.S.? Were you comfortable or were you miserable?
I tell you, I would have loved to go back in 1 week. Yes. Because I was doing so well in Liberia, and I felt that my time spent here delayed a lot of the things that I wanted to accomplish. Then I came and encountered this cold weather. It made it even worse. Oh, I just wanted to fly out. You know, but it's a pro and con thing. America has its good side. Don't get me wrong. When you come here, there are a lot of things. When you are focused, a lot of things you benefit from. I came, I was able to go through all my health checkup. Everything came back good.
Yeah.
So I know I was in a better shape. I can go back now and continue to do what I've been doing. You know, that's the positive side to it. You know, I met old friends, I met my children, I met family, friends and all that. That was an excellent thing for me, you know. But on the other side, I talk about my own well-being, my own developmental process, you know, what work I'm doing back there. I need to get back right now.
He was so miserable. He's like, I mean, there was one day where he came to the house and he was like, I think I'm depressed. I'm like, what? He's like, I need to go back because right now, I think it was Unification Day, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's like, but in this country, people can't even call you and say, let's go, let me take you out till you go get a drink or something. I need to go back to my country. And he was just whining. I couldn't wait for this day to reach. I could not wait even to, I mean, since we got in this week, so today is Wednesday, and his flight is tomorrow morning. So we're driving to Minneapolis to catch his flight. And this week he's just been so joyful, like when you take a kid to a candy store.
Absolutely.
He can't wait to go back. There was one point where you were like, so I reminded him, like, you know, you have a long layover in Brussels. I think it's like 8 or 9 hours. And he's like, I would rather be sitting in Brussels airport right now, knowing that I'm on my way back to Liberia, than to spend 3 hours in America right now. That's how much we wanted to
And
go.
you know the joyful part? When they say prepare for landing. Oh, I will feel so relieved. Because when I walk out of that plane and get through the terminal,
You joking?
I say the weight of the United States will leave my shoulder. I will walk on sweating. I love that sweat. Walk on sweating. There are people there to shake your hand. There are people there to, oh man, you feel so good when you get back
And they
home.
tell you welcome home.
Welcome home. The young people, you're listening to this. Take their advice. You know, plan well. Don't take this as your home. I know people feel, oh, we're going to that other country. You need to plan well, plan wisely, so that tomorrow you can be a part of this society, the change makers of the society.
Okay, so there you have it. That's all I have. And if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I have many more great contents coming your way. And make sure you share the video, like the video and share the video, and let me know what you thought about this conversation with my dad. And if you want to see him again, let me know and I will book his schedule so we can talk about more things about Liberia. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.